The biggest names in sports are all on IsraelSportsRadio.com.
From the AACI studios in downtown Tapio, Jerusalem, it's Loose Live! Now here your host, me, Yossi G.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone out there.
Another day.
Another day, another dollar, another shekel in this country. It's Lewis Live. We're coming at you from now till midnight, IST Israel Standard Time, the Express edition of Lewis Live. Here Monday night, we're going to get things started. We have a great show and a very special guest, a great gentleman on the other line. Our first guest of the evening has obtained 42 wins in boxing's heavyweight division, 31 by knockout. He was the first man to take Iron Mike Tyson to the distance. Please give a warm Israel Sports Radio welcome to James Quick Tillis. James, how you doing out there?
Like $1 million, man. Feel real good.
That's great to hear, man. We're happy to hear that, especially, nice. I mean, I'll be honest, this is a Jewish country, so we're happy to hear about money and stuff. I'm not going to lie. But a lot of things to talk about with you, James, and obviously you've done a lot of great things in boxing, have a lot of wonderful achievements. But I wanted to mention at the top of the program, the bout against Tyson, because you did something that Larry Holmes and Michael Spinks and Frank Bruno, a bunch of heavyweight champions, were not able to do. You were able to take Iron Mike to the distance. Only 5 men have done that. What was your secret in that fight against Iron Mike?
Well, every fight I found out would give me tired my whole career. Orange juice and grape juice and lemonade. At 60 acid was cutting my wind, and rice and oatmeal and grits was making me feel musical. So I felt like $1 million when I went to the lady at Earl's Health Food. She read my eyes, and something was giving me tiredness. And I tried, I felt like $1 million.
Well, you certainly fought like $1 million. I remember watching that fight on ESPN Classic with my brother, and I was thinking to myself when I was watching this fight, I'm like, oh, when does Mike get the knockout? And it kept going and going and going, and he went the distance. It was truly incredible. Again, this was when Mike Tyson was at his powers, and you were able to keep him in check, had a great defense, you worked your jab, and were able to take him to the distance.
What was the preparation like going into that fight against Iron Mike?
Like I said, I found out what's getting me tired, and my road work was good. Felt like $1 million on the road. I was floating on out, and I was wearing big-headed boots and running, and felt like $1 million. So, hey, God was with me, had the spirit, had the Holy Ghost with me, had that spirit in me. Another boy got box with me because I seen him work out in '83. He went to cover his early shavers anyway.
Yeah, Ernie Shavers, Ernie Shavers, people forget about him that some say his punch was harder than Mike Tyson. Some say the hardest puncher ever. And that was a great fight when he fought Muhammad Ali in the late 70s for the heavyweight title. Now, you also fought Evander Holyfield, so you're one of the few men out there in the world that could say you fought both Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. Of course, both men great champions. Both have different things they offer to the table, to the ring. What did you notice when you fought Holy?
I fought Holyfield at Ninja had kind of Willie B set me up. I trained in Oklahoma, and I fought in Lake Tahoe. I couldn't breathe right there. Well, couldn't punch, you couldn't breathe. I just couldn't breathe, you know what I mean? And I thought the guy was with me. He was with good. We was working to do with him. Willie B, you know him, who I'm talking about. I don't call his name, call him Willie B, but he set me up. And he pimp fighters, So I never a fair chance up for all of it. I'd have murdered him if I was in that atmosphere, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And, of course, sometimes in boxing it is a matter of timing when you face the opponent and certain circumstances surrounding the fight.
Like Holyfield was coming up then just into entering the heavyweight division at the time. So, as Ari said, it does also really go according to the circumstances at the time.
No, James, I just want to say that, yes, also, interesting thing with the Holyfield is that his stamina was supposed to be peak performance. He was a finely tuned machine, finely tuned athlete. And did you notice that his conditioning was a little bit better than your other heavyweight fighters?
It wasn't no conditioning. They had me up there 4 days for the fight. They ran game on me, And that boy Willie B I worked with, he was under the table, getting money on the table when I fought Tyson Holyfield. So used me over like he made $6 million on the table.
Wow.
They told me he made $6 million on the table.
No, now this is interesting.
That's a big purse.
So you were a last kind of minute replacement. You found out about this fight 4 or 5 days. 4 or 5 days they said you got to fight Evander Holyfield. That's all the time you had?
No, I was in the Lake Tahoe about 4 or 5 days. I was saying you got to be able to give me this altitude. But they had it all set up for him, see. I trained in Oklahoma. I was in top shape for that climate. But when I went the Lake Tahoe couldn't breathe right there. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I got you. I understand. Okay.
6,800 feet above sea level. So
Wow.
they put a good kick on them, and Willoughby and the Loop and all of them.
Yeah, well, it's obviously conditioning and where you train certainly can have an effect, and the outside climates can affect your breathing. Now, I wanted to get your take as someone who's had such success in boxing. There was the big fight a few days ago between Marquez and Manny Pacquiao, ended somewhat in a controversial manner. What did you think of the fight, and who did you think really won that fight?
It should have been a tough fight, you know. But they gave it to Pacquiao, but it was a tough fight. You know, it should have been a draw in the fight again, but they gave it to Pacquiao, but it was a good fight. It should have been a draw, you know what I mean? But
Absolutely.
They might fight again.
Yeah, we have heard reports. We have a boxing informer that says they are going to fight for a fourth time, and it's interesting that you thought it was a draw. A lot of people felt that as well. Is that one of those situations where it's a draw, but they're going to give it to the champion at the end of the day?
That's what it is. They give it to the champion, you know. The damn champion don't get a chance. I know I beat Weaver. I know I won 11 rounds. I couldn't finish him, though. They gave it to him.
Sure, right.
Kind of like to be the champion, you have to beat the champion and handedly do that. And if it's going to be something close, you're going to give it to the champ, the decision in that case. But another interesting take, though, when you look at the different fighters now, today, versus the fighters that you faced when you were boxing professionally, what are some of the differences that you see when you watch the fighters today?
Anyway, it's pitiful. That boy Cliff Gold, he got 2 left feet. You know, that boy David, Haymaker, he's pitiful, man. But nowadays, we can home, the team with murder, he got murdered. You got murdered in Ali there, too.
James, you know, you seem like a nice, honest man and a blunt man. I'm going to ask you like this. In your day, in your prime, would you have ripped Klitschko apart?
Man, I'd beat out of box, I'd beat him out of box.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because, again, Klitschko is the heavyweight champion of the world, but like him, 2 left feet, you're right. He is not so smooth in the ring, and I agree with you, James. I think you beat him pretty easily. If you were fighting right now, I think you'd be the heavyweight champion of the world.
Oh, that boy, he was tough, you know, and the fight he had my shot, but the fight he did gave me, and plus they don't fight 15 rounds no more.
That's right. They've changed it. Yes, they've changed it to 12 maximum for a title fight. And one of the things I want to mention again, the 31 knockouts, and I've spoken to fighters who have fought at a very high level, such as yourself. And I guess this is kind of a weird question, but it's a nerdy, geeky question. But I'll ask you, what is it like to knock somebody out? You've done it 31 times in the ring professionally. Is it like hitting a home run? How would you describe a knockout in boxing?
Boxing, you need to knock out a club when you throwing punches, you know, the club when you hit him with a good punch. If you go out there and try to knock him out, they ain't going to knock out. You got to box, you hit him for combination and catch him. Like Hawson Charles did the other day, but he looked beautiful the other day. You box into it, you know, then knock out a calm. You hope with this one punch. Now,
you did also district fight to Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. You fought for the heavyweight title against Mike Weaver. A lot of people thought you won that fight. I know Angela Dundee helped you train for that fight. What were your thoughts about the 81 title bout?
I beat her one time, 11 rounds, and all kind of stuff went bad. She went back to Michigan. I was ready when I went to Michigan, you know. There's too much distraction down in Florida for a young boy like me. We were walking around for keys and all that, telling you I was a young boy. But she went back to Michigan. But I know one of them rounds, and I was dead tired after 8 rounds. I was so tired after 8 rounds, my tires was open and closing. You know, I was dead tired after 8 rounds. It was a tough hustle. Like I thought I beat Weaver, I beat Shaver, I beat Tyson. You know what I mean? This game of you is a tough hustle. You got to be a man to be a fighter. I didn't turn nobody down. I said, I don't want to fight, I want to fight. I said, bring them on. I said, understand why I was getting tired. I found out in 86, like in a March.
You were saying you found out about being tired? Is it the stamina issue you're saying?
Earl Pepper, she's a iodologist.
Right, we found out he had allergies to milk and eggs, which of course is a tough situation because that's
the diet.
That's a part, right? That's a part of a boxer's diet, and certainly a part of American breakfast. So, what did you do when you found out you had that allergy? You couldn't have milk and eggs. What did you change and eat instead of milk and eggs?
I'd eat like this: fish, turkey, chicken, vegetables, morning and evening. I'd eat like that, you know. That's what worked for me. Halibut fish, bread snapper, fish and turkey and vegetables. That's what worked for me.
Sounds delicious.
All that stuff didn't work for me.
Now, you worked with Drew Bundini Brown, who, of course, he's the famous man who worked with Ali. He came up with the motto, float like a butterfly, sting like would be. Describe the character of Drew Bundini Brown, a very entertaining and outspoken man.
Bundini Brown be with you, boy. He be trading off job. Be crying, oh, look at my baby. I just started saying, what are you crying about? I just never grab anything. That's one time trainer who was with me. I met my wife. She was with me, Bundini Brown at the time, and we had to be good friends over the years, and we were together now. But she is cooking for me. She can tell you a whole lot of that stuff. And Bundini was with Johnny Bratton, and 9 years of Sugar Ray Robinson, 20 years of Muhammad Ali. Ali was the greatest, man.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a lot of things from Bundini. I needed when I fought for the title.
Absolutely, and of course, Ali's name came up a lot last week as one of his toughest opponents, Joe Frazier, passed away from cancer at the age of 67. Ever get a chance to meet Joe Frazier? I know that you fought Joe Frazier's son. What were your thoughts of Joe Frazier?
I like Joe Frazier. I was a champion. I met him in Tulsa in 2007. I seen him there in Tulsa fight night. I like smoking Joe. I met him 2 or 3 times, you know. Smoking Joe was a great champion from Cuba, South Carolina. He was a great champion. And Billy Manila, oh man, if Joe Frazier came out for the 15th round, Ali would have came out for the 15th round.
That's right.
Billy Manila was the closest thing to death with Frazier and Ali.
That's right.
He could be in heaven, and Ali don't look that good, look like he's following it.
Of course, Ali said that this is the closest I've ever felt to death. It was in the Philippines, very hot, very humid, and just a certain slugfest, a slugfest that was incredible. Both fighters giving everything they had in the 75 heavyweight title bout. Now, after your boxing career, you wrote an autobiography, Thinking Big, the story of James Quick Tillis, the fighting cowboy. Tell people about your cowboy life. Not everybody associates boxing or boxers with a cowboy or being a cowboy. What is it like to be a cowboy and a boxer?
It's in my blood. My great-grandfather, P. Hogan, 1873, 1966, I know him. But the cowboy life is in me from him, and cab roving, team roving, shooting horses, training horses. That's why me and my wife, because she's a cowboy, she loves horses. We got a lot in common. That's because my first love was cowboy life, and my wife and did boxing, you know what I mean? So I was the cowboy life. I've been to those little poor I love this like cowboy life. And to be in the big city and so that bored me to death. I like to be on the range, you know what I mean? Riding and roping, Brandon, Llewellyn, and Russell.
Now, the state of Oklahoma gave you a tremendous honor. Of course, February 12th is known as James Quick Tillis Day in Oklahoma. So that's an amazing thing, amazing honor. Talk about your feelings when that was proclaimed on you by the state of Oklahoma.
It's real dramatic. You know, I'm a man, I'll be grand, but I had good feelings on the inside, you know. I love Oklahoma. Good old Oklahoma. James is a cowboy state, a lot of cowboys there. I want to live in New Mexico forever. There ain't no grass here. But Oklahoma's in the green grass, and my wife loves it, and that's my home state, you know what I mean, where I'm from. I want to live in New York City either, and Los Angeles. I've seen all that, but I can't want to going back to good old Oklahoma.
Now, we know that all throughout a boxer's life, or rather for any athlete, no matter what sport, the one thing that they want to do is be recognized and be noted as a person who did something more than just the average, that they did something great, that they did something so spectacular throughout their career that they ended up in their respective sports Hall of Fame. Tell us, what was your reaction upon hearing that you were selected to be inducted into the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame?
Real heartfelt, you know what I mean? I felt it because I put a lot of work in the game, but I loved it. And that didn't nobody make me run and train. I loved it. You know? I know why I was getting tired, but I just kept at it. Even the trophy, you know. Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame was in James Quick Tillis, 2011 Integrity Award, John Mastrelli Technical Award. I ain't got the words to explain how I feel. I'm over in South Dirt. I was at Archimoto. I have been an assistant of CC camp. Archimoto, man.
Yeah, you know,
sure. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, one of the things I was very impressed in doing the preparation and research for this interview is that your daughter used to play in the WNBA, and believe it or not, James, I'm a huge women's basketball fan. I'm from Arizona originally.
It's scary.
The Mercury, of course, are a two-time champion in the WNBA, so I certainly love my basketball. What does it mean to you? Because you're a professional athlete, then your daughter turns out to be a professional athlete, and she did play for the Liberty in 2006 with Shai Daron, who's been on this program before. So what does that mean to you that your daughter is able to make it as a professional athlete?
I'm proud of her. I told you, you got the ability to be athlete. Use your ability, follow your dreams, but don't wait till you get old and then you look back and say, I should have, could have, would have, but you follow your dreams that you're going to go to law school, and she went overseas and played over in Iraq and Afghanistan, I don't think. She did the best she could, and now she said she's going to go to law school. I said, that's good, because a lot of people don't get no heart to follow nothing. They quit right there and worry about what people say. You have to do the best you can, you know what I mean? And I'm glad she did her thing.
Absolutely. And one of the things I think a lot of the fans out there, they want to know here in Israel, what are you doing currently with your life now that the boxing career is in the past, and you did write your, of course, the book happened, and you've been inducted to the Hall of Fame. What are you doing right now as your days as James Quick Tillis?
James Quick Tillis is working on this movie. I got some people in New York is going to back me, and we're trying to get a deal together with some people back in California. So I got a lot of things going on. I got all the fights I had. I got my idea from Rocky, but my movie was a fight two movie. The real James Quick Tillis and Shales and Tyson, all the guys I fought in my book and everything. And I got a great story going on. I got a lot of good stuff going. I feel like $1 million. I still got my health. I ain't never been hurt in the ring. I've been tough. But, I've been mentally I wasn't together, but physically I never been hurt. But guys I've always been with, I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, is forever and ever.
Well, I tell you what, we certainly appreciate you being on here in Israel, in the Holy Land, and we know that you're a man of faith, and I'm happy that you were able to come on our station here in Jerusalem. Everyone's very excited to hear that you were coming on. They're excited to hear this show and this broadcast and this interview. And James, it was truly a pleasure. You're certainly a fascinating character, and we were very happy and honored that you came on Lewis Live tonight.
Thank you. I'm glad you called me, and I'm glad the chance to
Absolutely.
my story and what I'm doing, and God bless you. And promise if you want me another and get in touch with me, I'll be happy to talk to you.
Well,
all right, thank you very much.
Very happy. God bless you, too. And we'll definitely
good luck to the movie, and good luck to what you got going on now.
And we'll definitely have to do it again in the future. Thanks so much, James.
All right, thank you.